It's not much. I think it's very subtle things like, you know, certain quarterbacks may like the ball in a certain spot in the center. You know, Steph wants to talk more about protections with me. So, you know, sidelines during plays. You know, so I think things like that. Carson has a lot more trust in me. Usually, you know, whatever I say kind of goes unless he sees something that overrides it, like a, you know, maybe a safety blitz or something. But honestly, I feel like it's more relationship based, but it's very subtle. It's not much.
Gotcha. And with Stat and Brock obviously showing off their wheels, Brock today with a couple big runs, and Stat all over the season last year.
Yes,
and with Carson being a bit more in the pocket type of quarterback, do you find yourself having to change up any blocking techniques? Is there moving around or anything, or you just
that changes absolutely nothing for us.
Yeah.
Usually, if they're running, that means we messed up. That's not a good thing. But I mean, it does help that, you know, technically you didn't give up sacks. Those guys could run.
And you've gotten a chance to work with so many great veterans. I mean, Jamari from the past years. Now kind of being that veteran starter, what do you look to take from what you learned from those guys and pass on to newer guys like Ernest Green and some of the other guys coming in?
So I probably talk to Jamari the most about those type of things. That's my guy. Honestly, he's like a big brother to me. I appreciate him for everything he's done. And I think the biggest thing I've taken from Jamari, I'm trying to implement to myself, because I'm not a huge talker. I know it may be a little bit hard to believe, but I don't like talking that much. And his biggest thing is just be more vocal, man. Just, you know, when you say things, people respect it. So just be more vocal, make sure guys are on the right page. And that's something I'm trying to work on for myself, is making sure I'm not always leading by example, and I start leading more by being vocal.
Thanks about that. Appreciate you.
But a second-team offensive line, man, when you watch those guys today, just kind of give your assessment of them. When you break those guys, I mean, you talk about Ernest a while ago, Blasky at right tackle, Mike at right guard.
Honestly, I was honestly really impressed. I feel like they moved a lot of people today. They were able to run the ball really well. I feel like they could have did better in pass protection, but honestly, that's a product, in my opinion, of the spring game. You know, throw the ball 50 times. It's hard to consistently protect. But honestly, I feel like they did a really good job today. I feel like they over-exceeded expectations, so I'm really excited to see that development.
What's the key for a young guy like Green just coming in for the first time? I mean, being put in a position is very, obviously a prime. All the line positions are prime, but it's really important.
I think to be a sponge.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing for us. Be a sponge. Take in what Coach Searles is saying, take in what Coach Dancy's saying, take in what Coach Eddie's saying. You know, even take things from, you know, Warren, myself. Just whatever you can, take those things, watch a lot of film, because honestly, he has the skill set. So I think if you're a sponge, his ceiling is very high.
What about a guy like Blasky, too? I know he plays on center today, too. Yeah. He plays the game, plays the line with a little bit of an attitude, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think for Blasky, I think the biggest thing, honestly, is going to be to just keep fighting, being who he is. Since I've been there, Blasky's always been a hard worker, always been a scrappy guy. So in my opinion, I feel like the harder he works, he's only going to play himself into a spot.
Sedrick, I know we talked to you earlier in the spring, and you had really high hopes for this offensive line, wanting to be even better than last year's unit. You know, what were your takeaways from this spring as a unit?
Good question. As a unit, I feel like we had some high moments. I feel like we had some low moments, honestly. But it's a product of spring and going against good players. You know, if you're blocking Jalen Carter every day and Zion Lowe, you're not going to always dominate. So I feel like it's a constant battle of just getting better. And I think we've done that this spring, honestly. I feel like we've grown a lot, especially in pass and run protection. So I feel really confident.
Where does today fall in line with those high and low moments? Somewhere in the middle, or towards one side or another?
Yeah, I think probably somewhere in the middle, because we didn't have many opportunities to run the ball when we did. I think we had some effective runs. We also had some not so effective runs. It's kind of just a product of, honestly, everybody. Everybody plays a part in the run game. So honestly, I feel like, I don't know, maybe top tier, but it wasn't our best game.